fresh episode. Like, you know what I mean? This, I don't know if you want to call it the trending topic or breaking news, is less than 24 hours old. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows John Witherspoon, a.k.a. Pops, just passed. You know what I'm saying? You know him from the Williams brothers. And the first time I ever heard of him was some throwback shit. I'm going to show my age, but whatever. But Robert Townsend's Hollywood Shuffle, you know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what I mean? All the Fridays. Boomerang, straight up on Boomerang. The man, I low-key, it was a joke, and it was the funniest joke, but it stuck, and it was coordinated. You know what I mean? He had on the mushroom belt with the mushroom shirt, and he had the suit with the mushroom lining. So, you know what I mean? God bless, you know what I mean? He was a dope spirit, always put people on laugh. Funny as hell in House Party, you know what I mean? All of that, like, you know what I mean? He embodied the title Pops, and every black American that, you know what I mean, was from the hood, y'all understood. You had an uncle, grandfather, or your dad, you know what I mean? That was somebody that was like that. So
that's a fact.
Before we even get into this F, you know what I mean, let's just go ahead and give a moment of silence for him one time. All right, appreciate that. And I'm going to go ahead and take this pull off this good-ass L, my man, because, you know, I'm starting up on this episode. But shout out to the listeners, you know what I mean, the viewers, what's up, you know what I mean, YouTube subscribers, you know what I mean, Twitter followers. This is Stream Cop and Drop, your boy, Jersey, a.k.a. E, a.k.a. Jersey 420, the chef, a.k.a. Stretch Armstrong, the man who always gets it wrong, and I'm chilling with my homie.
Yeah, it's your girl, Madam Money, a.k.a. Trap. Yeah, big shout outs to Pops on some real shit. You know, everybody really did grow up with this nigga. I like the intro, like nothing but blessings bestowed upon him and his family right now going through this. Oh, it's crazy, but like niggas literally grew up with this figure in our lives. It's really nuts. Like he has been around for so long. It's so dope, but you know what I mean? Everything comes in time. Like, it's just his time, I guess. But, Jers, we sitting here. Man, listen. I'm going to let you just do you. Go ahead.
All right. So, you know what I mean? This episode, you know, we're going to talk about a lot of things, but we're going to go ahead and jump into battle rap, because we're in the last quarter of battle rap. You know what I mean? We did like... that was setting off the last quarter. We were there at the event. You know, we did the review. Shout out to the first step. You know what I mean? Go holler at that if you didn't catch that. But let's talk about what we're going into to finish out the year. Let's talk about with all these leagues and the moves that they're making. And let's talk about, you know what I mean, even, you know what I mean, for a little light lesson, we could talk about what we want to see in 2020. You know what I mean? But this weekend, you know what I mean, Guardian of the Day, shout out to them. They had the Body Snatcher event that was on rapgrid.com. Or if you didn't see the pay-per-view, go spend the money and cop, because it's definitely dope as hell. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that card. It was nice. There's 3 particular battles I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people on that card. Franchise was on that card. Shout out to him. Danny Myers was on that card. Shout out to him. And, you know what I mean? They had good battles. But we really enjoyed 3 particular battles. The first battle I'm going to talk about is Chili Jones versus DNA.
Woo!
Chili Jones versus DNA.
Hey, yo!
Yeah, let me know. Tell me how you feeling. Like, how you feeling, yo?
Like, on some real shit, like, this, like, all right, we caught Body Snatchers late, but once we got into Body Snatchers, shout out to Rap Grid. Shout out to Rap Grid for doing excellent timeline work that made us, like, go, what is going on here at this battle? When we got around to it, motherfucking DNA versus Chilla Jones. Now, me and E have talked about DNA since, you know what I mean, first episode on down, everything underneath the sun.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Did DNA lose this battle to Chilla Jones? No.
Yo, listen, I've watched a lot of Chilla Jones. Like, if I'm going to keep it a buck, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I like when I first found out that battle rap was a thing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I did my research, you know what I'm saying? I think I can't remember what I really started on, but the one that really stuck out to me, that really, really caught my attention, and I know I'm going to, you know, people are going to be like, damn, you caught it that late, but it was Iron Solomon versus Snoop. That's when I really started understanding that, oh, battle rap is bigger than neighborhoods. They have pleas, you know what I mean? And when I found out about that, I did intense research. I'm talking, like, I I used to watch maybe 10, 20 battles a day just to catch up, you feel me? You feel me? So the nigga was passionate. But one of the first battles that I ever, like, PGs I ever watched that was capacity was JC and Chilla Jones. So I've always had a respect for Chilla's pen, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, we know DNA. We just saw DNA at Lockdown. He won the BET thing. We know his claim to fame, the ESPN, so on and so forth. Like, we've all been watching DNA for years. So I thought, like, this would have been a good battle, and it could have been decent. But, like, I have, you know what I mean, I had my reservations. And Chilla smoked me, and he 30'd him. Like, he smoked him. I don't care what anybody says. Like, he smoked him. And you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it was just a Becky had just had a better pen. Like, the first round that DNA did where you bragging your accomplishments, DNA did that against Mickey Sacks. Like, I didn't like that. That's an approach that Arsenal took against Twerk in the second round. Like, I'm like, don't get me wrong, I think it bothers me as a fan to hear a battle rapper take a whole round and list their accomplishments. Like, we've been watching you forever. You're a vet. You have legendary status. Like, you don't really have to use this to win the crowd. Like, I think that's a sucker approach you can rap.
It was real crazy. His rounds was, DNA's rounds, to me, was like he really was trying to explain himself. He was trying to explain himself, explain his actions, what just like you said, like his accomplishment. But he was really trying to explain himself about the ghost writing, and he didn't do that shit properly. Like, he okayed ghost writing for himself in this battle, and it's like it's crazy as hell. He tried to bring up people that was hating on him because he won BET, and like, this was supposed to be something else. I don't think DNA knew the shit Chilla Jones was on. Like, he didn't give no thought process to his fucking contender in this thing, because I'm not familiar with Chilla Jones like that. But this man's bars, he was serving DNA so bad. I was like, hey, yo, he gave me a history lesson about this nigga, and I already knew he was a fuck nigga. I already knew DNA a fuck nigga. He gave me such a history lesson about this nigga and all of this. And I was like, yo, this is like immaculate. We just said, like, you don't see DNA lose like that. Like, recent events, like, all early on and shit. You feel me? Like, he have a couple losses and stuff like that. But when he really came into his own, you really haven't seen him lose. And to see him lose, I was excited. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I was excited.
Like, it's just, for me, it's just the thing about, it's just about your pen. Like, I know DNA can rap. I respect DNA. Like, I'll call him corny for his, like, the current event, how he does, like, when it comes down to it, he has skills that you can't teach. His freestyle ability is ridiculous, you know what I mean? So I will not, like, so please let me preface this as I'm a DNA hater. Like, no, like, I respect it, but at the same time, it's just because because I know his level, and I respect his craft. The expectations are, I'm way more, like, magnifying. I take the magnifying glass a little bit more closely to him, because I've seen him do shit, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it feels like he took this battle as a way to try to explain or, give reason to people that's questioning him, questioning his integrity to think that he stole a bar, and he was just like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? And he tried to take this battle as a way to explain himself, to try to get back in, respectful graces. And honestly, like, nah, bro, you shouldn't have took that. Like, this should have been the battle. You should have just rapped. Like, you honestly should have rapped and won and showed that you can, do it with your own shit. Like, when you had the time to address it, like, when you had that time to, do that PR shit, and address the public with it, you should apologize with it. You should say, yeah, my bad, whatever. I don't know about it. Money exchanging hands. I mean, but you want 25 racks with the man line. You feel me?
Right, where the
So it's
money?
like, yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not going to condone that, but you should have did way more to say, I did it, so what? Like,
Yeah,
no,
that
nigga, like, that shit is like, hell no, you know what I'm saying? That's why that whole store order was switched through there. That's like, when he said that line, that shit hit so hard. It hit so hard, you know what I mean? And like DNA's face in the third round, yeah. Yeah, DNA knew what it was. I think DNA knew he was going to lose that battle. Like, he didn't stand a chance. And that's why he tried to come out the gate talking about all of his accomplishments and shit like that. But, nah, that shit didn't work.
that shit did not work.
Yeah.
And he
Chiller with a smooth 30, you know what I mean? Shout out to Kingpin, you know what I'm saying? He's on KOTD a lot. He lost the chain, the real deal, beat up the chain at one time. And that's dope. I hope I see him on the smack stage, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, that would be exciting because his pen is mad valuable. I could, you know what I mean, just from seeing this. And
right, he's dope. His scheme is crazy.
When you go against somebody that's more well known than you and stuff like that, and you can leave a lasting impression on somebody like me, you know, like I can't even remember a DNA rebuttal in this or anything that really moved me except for all this fuck shit this nigga was saying this first round. So you know what I mean. I don't know when the next time we gonna see DNA battle, but he need to fucking take a break for a second. That's all. Because Chilla Joe definitely told him what the fuck it was. Like,
dead ass. And I'm going to keep it a fuss, please. The only rebuttal that I can remember from DNA is the one about chain of events. That's the only reason why I can remember that rebuttal. And that's a line that Twerk used as A-Verb in the third round. So, anyway, moving on. The next battle was Dan Marino versus Geechee Gotti. I'm just speaking on him in the order that I viewed it. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Dan Marino versus Geechee Gotti. I don't know why this matchup happened. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they don't have to make this place. At the end of the day, battle rap is, I rap better than you. Let me prove it. So it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, like I've seen Dan Marino rap, and he has lines that hit and miss. I can see where they see the potential in him. I just, he got to work at it and find his lane. But you know what I mean? Other than that, I didn't have anything. I never had nothing bad to say about him. And Gotti is Gotti. So
Don Marino is somebody whose name, like I have heard floating around. You know what I mean? Like his name floats around a little bit. But like, I really didn't know what to expect coming into this battle and shit. But like,
like he battled Cuban. Shout out to Cuban, you know what I mean, in the DMV area. You know what I mean? It was like, I think it was a Born Legacy. Was it a band legacy battle? Like, yeah, it was like a band legacy battle. It was on the URL app and everything. Shout out to the URL TV, the whole app gang. And that was a good battle. And Cuban was on champion. Shout out Jay Blackman, boys. He was on there talking heavy. Good battle. So I was like, okay, Don, you know what I'm saying? I'm paying attention. And then he's, and not to mention, he is NWA. Let's not forget. He's also NWA, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Geechee mentioned that in one of the rounds or whatever. I was like, holy shit, I ain't know. But then he went through the whole NWX. That's why I said, like, yo, this Geechee, this battle really caught me by surprise too, because just because Don Marino don't have a big name, I didn't think that Geechee might just have a laid back. Everybody takes the bag for a second, just like you said. We don't know why this was happening. We don't know who challenged who. You feel me? But everybody's trying to get paid. I didn't expect like Geechee took this shit as serious as like DNA shoulda took Chilla Jones. Like,
yeah. So like that first round, like the beginning of the battle, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what to expect or what lane Brown was going to take. And then we hear his first round. Like, his first round kind of like a third round to me. Like, Donnie, like, he was hitting with heavy shit. The crowd was reacting. And I really kind of felt like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, this is a little bit different. I don't know what Geechee's approach is going to be to this. And, man, listen. Like, Geechee, I've never seen the improvement in a battle rapper the way I've seen it in Geechee. Like, and in like over a career, like over like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he makes adjustments and he gets better every battle, and that's so crazy.
Yeah, this was real wild.
This battle was, it was disrespectful. It was a really, really, really disrespectful battle. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean, there were some angles that were taken. I'm not even gonna give them away because you know what I mean. These battles still fresh, and like you know what I mean.
You gotta watch these shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta watch it for yourself. But shit, I'm gonna just say this. Geechee Gotti's second round is damn near the equivalent of the first round he had against Rock at Lockdown. You've seen that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was on a different level. That it was nuts.
Yeah.
This man mind works crazy. Yeah.
Shit.
Every rebuttal was like, fuck. Like this man, it was amazing. Like everybody do need to cop this. Make sure y'all watch this because like this right here, this is crazy. That Geechee's rounds was just crazy. And to Don Marino's like, you know what I mean, attributes or whatever have you, he was entertaining. You feel me? It was entertaining. It wasn't like he was up there just dying and shit like that. Yeah, but it was like a clear 3-0 Geechee. Like you can't give him no round, but you can't really discredit him. He came there prepared for Geechee. You feel me? He came there prepared. It just wasn't good enough.
Yeah, he like to be like I said. He came in and his first round sounded like a third round. You know what I mean? The angle that he was kind of used before.
Yeah.
Whatever. So you know what I mean? I'll let that fly. But still.
Yeah.
Still, I just quote the line. I don't even want to quote the line. I've been quoting like there's so many fucking bars in that Geechee. He's not even a full essay. He's just a paragraph.
Yo, mind blowing. You ain't never hear no shit like that. Like, dog, Geechee was speaking Spanish. You feel me? Like, and he did that shit multiple times in this battle. Like, oh shit. Okay.
He's like, how you a Mexican? You don't know Spanish. Like,
oh man.
So
you killed it. Murdered it.
Yeah, there ain't really much to say about that battle. It's just cheesy. Like if you watch that battle, you really watch it for the murder.
That's a fact.
And then the third battle that I pieced out, the other battle that I want to talk about from this card is twerking Swave 7. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a Style Ranger. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I mean? Shout out to him, Team Homie, you know what I mean? You got XL out there, the boys, you know what I mean? Rum Nitty run with him too, you know what I mean? Ill Will, you know what I mean? Dope Crew, MC, they've been around for a while, you know what I mean? Twerk, NWX, Jersey, Home Team, what's up? I know I rep. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Like, there's a couple things that I saw. Swave pretty much almost choked in the first round. I feel like
the first bar, nigga. Like, hey yo, Swerve came up there, was like, said some hot fly shit, and immediately forgot what the fuck he was about to say, and like he had to walk around twice to gather himself. But like not one line of the fuck. We like, hey yo, like. He had about 4 more seconds before it would have been like battle over. Like you lost already, nigga. Like you bona fide choke just now. Like, man, that was crazy to see. I was like, you know what? This card is fucking nuts because like this man just came out there and really about to choke. Straight first bar, like not even first bar spoken. Nuts.
Yeah, like within that moment, you saw two things. Like, yeah. He choked, he choked. Yeah. But at the same time, you saw the veteranship in him. Because in my opinion, like, he was grabbing pieces of his verse. Like, the opening, whatever opening, or whatever, I don't even know how far along, but it was a chunk of his verse that I think he forgot. And he freestyled and ad-libbed in between until he got to the part that he was solid and he could stand on. And it was like, you would have to have an eye for that shit to know that
You
he's
know how
choking.
that net,
Otherwise,
now that you bring it to my attention, it very much was like that.
yeah, like
it
he
did get
stumbled. He
choppy at times, and
stumbled.
then he would fall into these things like, yeah, you're right. He hit the blunt before the battle, and he forgot his shit. B.
Yep, like he pretty much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His first verse is the equivalent of a baby deer learning to walk. You know what I mean? At first he stumbled a little bit, then he got the feet up under him, and
Yeah.
then he took off running. He was good, but that so, like I said, I can see shit like that. Whatever, you know what I mean? Kind of out. You know what I mean? Because you choke, but you know what I mean? You got the ability to recover. So you know what I mean? He had a good first verse. He had his points in there. You know what I mean?
His
Cool dude, but anybody that goes before Twerk, and Twerk has that ability to rebuttal, and he writes rhymes like hours before he writes his rhymes hours before battles. So a little 1 or 2 line of rebuttals, and then going into his verse ain't getting hard. It ain't hard for him. And not to mention this,
it's not.
I think that Twerk is preparing a lot better because he's sounding a lot more secure and confident when he is getting spitting his shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
this was a battle where the confidence level was high. Like he wanted to beat Suave. Like he wanted to do that. And you could see that just from his approach, how thorough he was thinking during Swave's rounds. You feel me? Because Twerk would take Swave's whole round and bottle that shit up into 2 bars, my nigga. And it's crazy. Like his pen, he was really there. He was really there to catch a body. You know what I mean? This card, these 3 battles right here is holding true to the card body snatches, because that should really show who was taking shit serious and who wasn't. Now, when it comes down to Suave and shit like that, I got my own personal vendetta against a nigga. You know what I mean? I never really heard him battle. Now that I'm hearing him battle, and it's damn, you was supposed to put on for the vets right here, nigga, and you didn't do that. So, oh man, it's Swave, he had the right thing. He was really mocking, Twerk's style, Twerk name, all the same things we really do get, but he was taking it to another level. He was really he was really playing and trying to dismantle Twerk's style and with all the gunplay and the bouncing and all of this stuff. He really took an element of Twerk's style and preyed upon that each round. You know what I mean? The first round was the bounce. The second round was the gun joint. He tried to take these elements and use it against Twerk, but it wasn't. He didn't know no better. That's all I could say. Because Twerk was out there thirsty.
Good attempt, for Sway Seller being the vet that he is. I feel he showed up to this battle. He took it serious. And, you know what I mean? He made it. He was a good opponent. I respect him for that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Just like I said, for the things that he spoke on, I think that he fucked, you know what I mean? He fucked with Twerk, and he feel good about the impact and, you know what I mean, the path and what Twerk is doing for the culture, you know what I'm saying? It's almost you know what I mean? Battles like this, is a path to the torch type shit. Don't get me wrong, Swave's still out there, but Swave didn't battle incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, when people when they have battles like this, I feel like it's a path to the torch. It needs to be dope battles. So, you know what I mean? All in all, Twerk with the 30. This is a night of the 30s. I ain't gonna lie, this card was a night of the 30s.
That's absolutely nuts. I was about to ask you, who Swave last battle? Because something just came out. I don't want to say the wrong name. Is it bad news or something like that? I don't think it's one of those niggas like that. I can't really even put my finger on it, but it just dropped. I was I need to watch it just so I could see maybe him in a different element and stuff like that. I wanted to.
Bad news as a battle on RBE. I don't want to say his wrong. I don't want to say the wrong opponent.
Okay.
But they say he got smoke on that too. Somebody said bad. Somebody made a joke. It was a tweet, and it's just bad news is just trash. Period. And I had to think about it because of that we watched Bad News lose to. And the most 2 recent ones was Chest and Rock. And those are really bad losses, especially that Rock loss. That Rock 1 rounder on Bullpen. Okay. Jesus Christ. He rapped don't get me wrong. Bad News rapped about 20, 30 minutes, and Rock killed him, but he runs with Cave Gang, so it is what it is. But yeah. This Guardian of the Gates. I just want to. We ain't gonna even talk about this in detail because it is what it is. We're trying to move along. But shout out to Great Dennis. Gates of the Guard and
Yes.
Jersey nigga. He smoked Mike P 30. He smoked Mike P with a 30 piece. Like
Facts.
That was. Just by builderafter.com, sign up and log in. Cop that. It's like what, $30? What's
Facts.
the link? You know
It
what I'm
was like
saying?
$30. Yeah, cop that. Mike P didn't say
Yeah.
nigga in this round for all of those who was thinking
Yeah,
that.
and he didn't say nigga. So come on,
But
corny ass nigga. I ain't gonna even say, come with the corny ass blogging for views and clicks and attention. So up there saying shit.
it's all
You know
good
what
though.
I mean?
Everybody do that from time to time. But it's like
Come on,
but yeah, that was interesting to watch too. Cause like yeah, everybody who won the battle definitely got clear like 3-0s. It was crazy. That's a
real.
real body snatcher shit. Shout out to Guardians of the Culture for putting together a fire card with all of that. That shit is nuts.
Yeah, all right, but we got a couple cards that's coming up in the year, so I just want to go through them, chalk it up black with you. You know what I mean? Talk about them real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You know what I mean? I just want talk in no particular order. You know what I mean? We got Town Business by King of the Dot.
Okay.
They gonna go out. They going out with a big blowout. They got some dope ass battles. That's kind of sneaking them out just fun. Throw some quick back out at you. You know what I mean? You gonna hear some names. You know what I mean? So chime on in. I know some of them are sounding pretty good. One of them that caught my attention, they got Caustic versus Mac Myron. You know what I'm saying? And Caustic is vet. He's been around for a while. You know what I mean? So. This is, seeing him on the card is pretty dope, you know what I mean? And giving Mac Myron a shot. You know what I mean? Mac Myron's been He's been around for a while, too. He's been around as long as JC. He's out of Pontiac, you know what I'm saying? And he's been rising well over the last couple of years. He's been getting tossed some names and, getting some plates. So, I plan on seeing him in the future in 2020 doing some numbers. And I looked at the battle I need to see is Mac Myron versus Ab. Because when JC and Av battled, JC spoke about it before he even got into his first round, and Av kind of dusted that off on some other shit. So there's got to be some history there, like you know what I mean. Mac Myron saying that Av dusted of all people, Av. You feel me?
Right.
So I got to check in on that. You feel me? They got a female battle. You know what I mean? On the card, they got Reese versus Mob first,
Right.
which is a dope fucking battle, you know what I mean? They both good MCs, you know what I mean? In battle rap and with the music, you know what I mean? I've been paying attention to them. And I'm noticing a lot of cards are picking up these female battles now. Like, they at least toss 1 or 2 battles where they have a female versus a male. I'm really liking the trend. Like, I'm liking this.
Yeah,
I really
that's a
appreciate
conversation that came up in battle rap last year. Actually, it was this real push and online presence of why aren't there more female battlers on the cards, and why aren't there this amount of things going on a major scale, and like slowly but surely, like they're listening. They're listening to you guys out there, and they're trying to formulate it for these things to happen. Like I do notice the strong amount of female presence that is carrying on. That was a big push last year. And shout out to all the female battle rap heads out there and battle rappers themselves that was really out there talking and discussing about why these things haven't carried on. So you see your work is being put out there. So hopefully all the ladies step up to the challenge and make sure niggas know what's good with them.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, like. The officials, the misfits, the QB, I need to eat hard. The jazz is like, I need the fair funerals. Like, I need to see more. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I want to see more because they really can rap. Like, they really can fucking rap. And shit. They deserve that shot. All right. But moving along, another battle that caught my attention was Saint versus B Magic. This is a dope one because you know who B Magic is, you know what I mean? And at the same time, he's been a little choke artist, you know what I mean? He's been a choke artist as of late. He's been catching the chokes. So I hope that's not an issue with this, you know what I'm saying? Saint has been on King of the Dot a lot. He's been on a lot of King of the Dot cards. I want to say he's out of California. The first battle that I think Saint was on King of the Dot was actually the first time I ever saw Ichigati. He battled Ichi.
Okay.
And, peachy for homicide, but still, you know what I mean? It was a good battle, and Saint has done nothing but improve and step up his skill and his bars. So shout out to Saint for getting, you know what I mean, D Magic of all people. And, you know, if everybody D Magic shows up, that could have the potential to be a dope ass battle. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got A Ward versus Bill Mack. And this battle been talked about for a while. You know what I mean? On Twitter, they I follow Bill Mack. You know what I'm saying? Portland native, runs with Avocado, Ruin Your Day crew. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? He's also with LSC with D Dot, Ichi, Daylight. He runs with, you know what I mean? Chase Moore, all of them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Ruin Your Day albums and all of that. You know what I'm saying? He's been going at it with A Ward. A Ward's been taking his little shots. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's about to happen. You know, A Ward is that he's a Christian battle rapper.
Okay.
So I know Bill Mack's about to have a field day with that shit. They do got Oops versus B Dot. That's going to be a great battle. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know, but Oops is out. He's actually like a politician. He has this movie. It's a movie or a documentary coming out about him. I don't know what it's on, but they actually have a trailer on Twitter, and I'm gonna find it and make sure that we put it out and let people know. It's the St. Louis Superman. You know what I mean? He was around Ferguson and all of that, and he got active, and he's actually, and you know what I mean? I think he's a representative. I want to say representative, but he's, you know what I mean? He holds he's a politician. He holds an office in his local community, so he's out here really trying to make a difference on the ground. Like, he's literally involved, you know what I'm saying?
That's
still involved with the culture. You know what I mean? He's been on MSNBC, and you know what I mean? Like, so seeing him battle B-Dot, you know what I mean? This is going to be one of those battles I know we're going to watch 3 or 4 times, because, like, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? The content and, you know what I mean? Everything that they're going to be talking about is going to be some heavy shit. So I can't wait to, you know what I mean, to see what's going on with that.
See what's up with that.
And then the last battle I'm going to speak on real quick is Diz versus Soul Khan, the return of the legendary Soul Khan. Enough said. Like, that's enough to tune in. So, you know, hit up KFCD.com, or if you follow, go ahead, lock in, order the pay-per-view. You know what I mean?
Yes, we definitely going to be locked in. You lock in with us. We probably live tweet with us, see what's good with all these battles you mentioned, actually.
Yeah.
You know what? Awesome crazy shit, though. I'm excited to see the thesaurus. Hey, yo, I don't know. It's like, he's one of those names that I've heard or whatever have you. Like, and it's like, I really want to see thesaurus for whatever reason. Like, I don't know who he's battling against, but he's supposed to be on the card. It's Sharon, actually. I'm going to try to get...
Yeah, the last battle Sharon had, like, after Sharon got killed by Rum Nitty on King of the Dot.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, you know what I mean? But whenever I hear, like, it's funny when people say Thesaurus' name, I think of Ilmac. Because I used to see Thesaurus and Ilmac as a 2-on-2 combo. And this was way back in the day, you know what I'm saying? They used to be battling motherfuckers at parks just so, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like, I used to see Thesaurus and Ilmac battle people at parks and shit like that. And as a matter of fact, I think it was Marv 1 and Chris McCody out of Detroit. I used to see them battle too. And this was like way back in the day, you know what I'm saying, on some other shit. But Town Business, King of the Dot, you know what I mean? Salute to them, go and support. The next card I'm talking about is probably the most anticipated card in the world right now. November 23rd.
Yeah.
November 23rd. Battle Academy, shout out to Stiz and them. Philly, stand the fuck up. Y'all got one.
Yeah, this is a hard ass card. I was sitting back looking at it.
Just off this battle alone. Rex and Rock. Rex and Rock.
It's crazy because, like, dog, you know, Tay Rock is coming off for, you know, lockdown and all this, you know, all this stuff. You know, these two niggas is beefing or whatever. They been beefing. But, like, you know, T-Rex last battle was against Bill Collector. You know what I mean? He won that battle, and everybody's cheering him on or whatever. Everybody says he lost these battles, or this is a battle for him to try to prove himself and everything like that. And it's crazy because I really don't see it like this. I really see T-Rex really winning this battle, even though I know Tay-Rock got the energy behind him. That it's gonna be hard. I don't know. This is a one-rounder though, right?
I think it is, but it's like you won't be able to say. You're still gonna be saying it's like three verses in one, because they're gonna talk.
Okay.
A long time. It's a lot to talk about.
I ain't mad at that.
I'm swayed. I don't know because okay, it's okay like this. Rex is, okay, he beat Bill Collector. He had a good showing against Bill Collector, no doubt. K-Rock's not Bill Collector, you know what I mean?
No,
don't get me wrong, Bill Collector it's and the reason why I say that is style. I'm not saying that Bill Collector is lazy with his style, it's just more relaxed. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He can turn up, but his style is more relaxed. K-Rock is 100 from the gate, and then he gets into this round 2 where he kicks into Super Saiyan 3 and does some other shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, like he does it like that's K-Rock, you know what I mean? He's mastered that. So with that part, you know what I mean, come in at rap, plus the raps and then the content and the fucking chain. I don't know.
This is gonna be fucking amazing. I hope first and foremost, let's just the name of this shit, respect the shooter, but let's make sure everybody keep this shit clean because we want to see like a good battle. We really want to see which one of y'all niggas is about to rap the best tonight. We're not trying to see all other shit. Say that shit for the parking lot. I want to say I'll be out there parking lot pimping. Oh my god.
Don't say for real. There's going to be promos here and there. You know what I mean? There's gonna be promos and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just wanted to be. I think it's going to be no violence. I think it shouldn't be any violence. You know what I mean?
Straight.
But shout out to Rex throwing up elemental P. You know what I mean?
Both of them are so crazy. Shout out to all of the battle rap media. That has anything to do with anything because the champions just been out here putting everything down. And hey yo, I can't believe Tay-Rock really came into this shit rocking 2 chains.
Really?
He asked Debo, what is this? Is it made out of nickel? Is it made out of a quarter? Oh, shit. This shit with this chain, damn. Rex won his chain back like a fucking engagement ring from a bitch he just broke up with. Damn.
Yo, I'm going ahead and she's giving blessings. I'm giving blessings and thanks to whoever catches that chain. That chain going in the crowd. You know that chain getting free.
Oh my god. You know what? That'd be part. That would be crazy if the chain's going in the crowd. I don't know what will happen after that. Everybody's gonna lose their fucking mind. So, already know what it is. That's gonna be so excited. Everything is self-explanatory with that battle and shit like that. You just gotta make sure that you get the pay-per-view if you're not gonna be in the building, and just make sure you watch this full in front because this is just gonna be such a crazy battle. I can't believe it.
It's already top. It's already top. I retweeted the link. I caught mine.
Oh, okay.
All right. The other couple other battles on it that's noteworthy. They got Enes and Franchise. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Ness is a new Dot Mob member. This first Dot Mob show.
I forgot. Oh my god. That's a fact. Yeah. I forgot. Oh my goodness. Yes, they definitely was on Champion. Took a bunch of cash shit. All right. Franchise, we just seen him at Summer Impact Reloaded, right?
Yeah. He smoked Jack Boy.
Yes.
Smoked Jack Boy.
That was Man, this
Yeah,
is a crazy card. Like, all this shit is nuts.
yeah, they got some. Yeah, and Spears in the Battle Academy is doing work. They're steaming themselves in Philly. You know what I mean? They've been putting out quality cards. They put out their bill collecting T-Rex. You know what I mean? So they can play together out there. They got work. You know what I mean? I can see myself coming home. You know what I mean? A whole lot more to catch cards. You know what I mean? This one's just around Thanksgiving, which is tough. But otherwise,
Wow.
I'm gonna be coming home with most of their cards. I can catch that like really cheap. So we good on that. But you got, and then another battle, they got Chef Trez. They got, I think it's Chef Trez versus Snake Eyes,
Yes.
which I really see Chef Trez smoking the shit out of him. You know, the chef is in the kitchen. Shout out to your boy. For you know, I fuck with the chef, off the strength of the chef. And then, yeah, you know, out of Atlanta battle rapping. And, you know, my roots in Georgia, so, you know, I really fuck with
We
that.
just seen Snake Eyes at Summer Impact Reloaded too.
You can say something, and, you know, that battle was that battle. You know, I ain't gonna talk about it or what it was.
Yeah, that fucked it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a big dot mob card. You know, I mean, there's a little dot mob action going on out here, but you know what I mean. I think Chef Trez will beat him. You know, that is what that is. But another battle that I really want to test on this card is the Ads and Bill Collector.
Yes.
This is going to be entertaining. You know what I mean. Punches for days, like.
I really want to ask you who you think would win out of this battle in particular, because you know what I mean, like, you know, damn, my heart be with Bill all the time. You feel me? Like, it's one of my top contenders. I'm with all things, nigga. You feel me? But you know, against Av, like, I don't know how this is really gonna like.
I've watched Av BJC, like Av BJC. He be shine like bars. Like, Av is beat, like, mask. Like, Av is on a winning streak. He's, like, on a serious winning streak, you know what I mean? It depends. Everybody, like, says he lost. Like, some people say, like, a lot of people say he lost to elbow. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But either way it goes, still, I was like, his last 5 battles, if you want to say he lost that, okay, he's 4-1. But, man, you know, I like Bill. I really do. But I don't know, Av a different person. Like, Bill would have to, Bill would rap. Bill really got, like, you know what I mean? And Bill's going to rap. I know Bill's going to rap.
Oh, yeah, it's going down. This shit's going down in a major way.
But, you know what I mean? I feel like Ness is right behind Bill. Like, after this, Ness was talking some trash. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much Av respects Ness, but yeah, I guess if the money is right, I'd like to see that too. You know what I'm saying? So they got a couple other battles, but that's a dope card. Shout out to Battle Academy Stiz and all of them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They doing what they do.
Jack Boy Bang, Drake Dennis.
Yeah. Next card I'm talking about is a weekend card, URL Survivor Series. That's coming up really soon too.
Yeah, that's this weekend actually.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? They got a 2-day event situation going on. A lot of PGs. Shout out to URL, because this is how we get new talent in, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you got a whole bunch of leagues that have different local talent, but everybody, you know, URL kind of is the NBA of battle rap, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
This is the, you know what I mean, these PG events, like, we really need to support these events. Like, I really hope one day they get the idea and be smart enough to actually put it on pay-per-view. But, I mean, with them having an app, it's just a way to keep people subscribed to the app. I get it, you know what I mean? But you can make so much more money at $40, you know what I mean?
Right.
40
I told myself, you know, the PG culture is kind of crazy because PGs aren't usually, like, you know, promoted and, you know, things like that, where they really want you to go to these events. They really don't want to, like, put them out there across all of this stuff, just like you were saying. But I told myself that I'm going to start paying attention more to PGs myself, because that's something, like, you know, like, I'm not really familiar with. And sometimes you don't, you know, it's just like regular music. Like, you don't want to give somebody a chance without they being recommended by somebody else. So, you know, PG names, they really rarely come up. Like, I looked at the car, it's like nobody I know on here. So I was like, you know what, this will give me the proper chance to, except for Jada Nightwing and ASAP Meeting on day 2. But I was like, it'll give me the opportunity, you know, maybe catch somebody fresh and be able to pick a couple new, you know, all-stars out there.
Yeah. Like, it's got a couple familiar names to me. You know, well, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I really am. I'm so battle rap. You know what I mean? And people, when I tell them that, they don't get it. You know what I mean? Some people do. I don't talk about it as much as I should or I know, because you know what I mean. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. I don't think I'm trying to get notoriety for what I know. I just try to support the culture. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But like with me being on the me living on the West Coast, but my life operating at an East Coast time, that 3 hours, I really be having a 3 hour gap, and I have to fill that in. You know what I mean? Where I can't really do nothing, but I have to wait to be able to do something because I have to, you know, pay attention to East Coast time. I fill it in with YouTube and getting on here and seeing these, you know what I mean, the new ones rap, you know what I mean? Because like I said, when I came in, there was a lot of established people, but I still had to get used to people, and like
Right.
I watched like I remember the Ill Will and a lot of days. I remember that class that came in, and then I remember watching a whole PG class with Chess and T Top and Briz Ballstein, Excel. Like you know what I mean. I remember all of that. The Todd Law, you know what I mean. Like so, like I understand the importance because I've seen what these dudes have gone into and where they're at their stature today. You feel me? So, I've been watching this PG class. They had two names like Presidential Dubs. He's Chase, you know what I mean? Chase Life. He ran with Steams, and you know what I mean. All of them. He has a one off. Dave the Gift has a one off. Sister God, true. Shout out to them. Like they got one off. So you know what I mean. Hopefully they show up and show out. You know what I mean. Do their thing at the motherfuckers. You know what I mean. Survive the series. You got Jay Knightley versus Ace Mean Day One. That's gonna be a crazy battle. I'm sure that's the one. Like when everybody when they put that tweet out there that says what's the battle that everybody want to see first. 9 out of 10 is gonna be Jay Knightley versus Ace Mean. Jaden Nightwing, he's been saying some shit. I was West Coast nigga. You know what I mean? Federal, I don't know. I'll say CPAC. I'll just call it CPAC. The Seattle to Tacoma. That covers a large area. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna like, you know, be more receptive to trying to catch some people. I don't know, you know, like I tell everybody, like it's not like I don't know battle rap or whatever the fuck have you. I just,
Yeah.
you know, like me, you know what I mean, like. You gotta be known, like you gotta have a name for me to be like, let me check out what this nigga is about and shit like that. And if you nice enough, I'll stick with you all the way through your whole entire tenure in battle rap. Like unless you do some fuck crazy shit. So you feel me? Like I take battle rap seriously because the people I do talk about or I vouch for shit like that. I really feel it's a reflection of me. Because how could you relate to somebody up there going day in and day out, you know what I mean, up here rapping if they not relatable to you. So I'm gonna check out some of these young blood or whatever. Like I said, I know it wasn't like really like fresh off the block, you feel me, names and stuff like that, but they're just people that I'm not familiar with and I haven't heard about enough. So I'm gonna definitely give this the opportunity to like sit with me and let me, you know what I mean, tell you how I feel about what's coming on with that shit too.
Oh yeah, because you know, like I said, a couple other notable battles. I'm gonna just run through them real quick because this is, like I said, this is a 2 day card. It's like it almost looks like there's 3 battles when you look at the card. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a long.
But you got Jay Nightwing versus Ace Amin, Diesel versus Coffee Brown, TY versus Jay Kruger. Shout out to Jay Kruger. Burt versus Cave Gang versus Gunpowder Pack. That's gonna be dope. You know what I mean? Then day 2, you got Swamp versus Don Marino. You got Rick versus Rico Well. You got Cuban versus Lito, Big Hand, Philly Dude versus Stumbles, and then you got Luke Castro versus John. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a dope.
It's crazy. I don't got all them niggas on my card. I know some of them niggas. We just talked about them, but I'm like, I don't got everybody that's on my card. So they might have extended this shit out to like you said, some strong ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. You know what I mean? But then you got November 9th. In Atlanta, you got RBE, the Ladies and Gents card. Full card's fucking fire. Incredible, insane. Ill Will versus Chef Trez is like insane battle. That's going to be a classic. I really think that might sneak up in there for Maybe one might be a battle of the year contender because I've been seeing Chef Trez been taking a lot of plays. He's been doing a lot of battling.
Yeah, he's
So you know,
closing
I mean,
it, and
shout out
he's
to him.
closing the year off strong, which leads me to believe, like, he got a plan for the
Yeah,
upcoming year.
yeah, definitely. Like gonna be next year's gonna be a big year. I pray it's a big year for him when he gets some big plays because the boy can rap. And I think honestly niggas be scared of his rebuttal. Niggas are scared of him. Like I really think I mean, he's not backing down from the battle. I think he's asking for battles and niggas are scared to battle. I'll keep
Facts.
it a buck. Like the boy dangerous. You know what I mean? So shout out to
Mm,
him. Yeah, Charlie Clips for his fair funeral. That's going to be funny because Charlie Clips is going to turn that into a wild and out roasted thing. But as long as he raps and doesn't really freestyle that should be good. The battle that we really want to see QB for Shannon Ashley, you know what I
fact.
mean?
Shout
You
out
know
to
what I mean?
Shannon Ashley, because she was holding it down with us. She was showing with us on at
Yeah,
lockdown and shit.
they lockdown, full of shit, yeah, it was big and
Mm-hmm.
shit. Shout out to QB. Actually, you know what I mean? Saw her. It was shocked as shit because I thought I was tripping, you know what I mean? I was losing my fucking mom seeing her at lockdown because actually able to catch the ill flip with her and shit. So, you know what I mean? That's going to be a dope one. Another battle that's really, you know, Rex versus Rosenberg Raw.
Mm.
Another must-see battle. Like, like, shout out to Rex. His face-off to Rosenberg Raw on Champion, you know what I mean? Shout out to Jay Black. Go check that out if y'all haven't seen it. He makes it so much, like, so worth it, like, you know what I mean? And really got to see that. Like, really, I really want to see what that's going to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's gonna
So,
be
shout
one.
out to
Like, you
that.
know what I mean? T Rex out here, he fucking chop. He's preparing for T Rock this battle, so you gonna see some real shit on here, I think, too.
Hell yeah. So, you know what I mean? Another last but not least, you got Misty Hart uh, versus Mulatto Black. That's going to be a battle that I want to see. That's going to be really, 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 really important.
Okay. You know what? I ain't even gonna lie to nobody. After like T Rex and Rosenberg Raw, for me, this old Red versus Shoney battle,
Yeah.
I'm interested in hell is that like Shoney's my bitch or whatever, and it's like yo, old Red yeah, she's gonna do this shit right, like, and she gonna pull this one out for the team, like this one's gonna be for ladies, like she gonna do what she gotta do against old Red, even though I don't know I know old Red background and all of that, but I'm pulling for Shoney in this one. Fuck that, like
Yeah. It's just, I think, like, already, last battle, he choked pretty bad and shit,
real
so,
bad,
yeah. So, yeah,
real bad.
I think she gonna do numbers, but RBE, shout out to them. It's November 9th down in the A. If you could go down there, swing down there, you know what I mean? Peace up, A-Town down. You know, if that goes to them, go holler at them. If not, get the pay-per-view. And then not only that, just real quick, Vulcan Battle League has the top bull card coming. No battles was announced yet, so just be on the lookout, pay attention, keep your eyes and ears open for that.
Alright.
Um, all right. Now,
Yeah, that's a lot of
what's
battle
up?
rap. There's a lot of things going on.
Let's say,
It's a lot of battle rap,
yeah,
but it's been
yeah, so I'm saying,
it's been a full, like we keep saying, like, this year in hip hop in general, it's been a full year in hip hop, especially on the underground level and stuff like that. But it was a couple of releases that happened in this past week that, is a mainstream product. Like, yo, I don't even understand what happened. Like, Kanye West dropped Jesus is King. And I'm into, like, I don't know how to really, like, wrap my mind about Kanye, what to do with him. Is this like a real thing? Is it, contrived? Is it just a money grab? Because, like, he's somebody who's he's important to the culture. Like, he's an icon, for certain facts and certain things that we love about him. But at the same time, like, like, he just put out a gospel album. How you feel about that? Like,
um, All right, so I'm trying to, I'm trying to be respectful. Like, so
Don't
you hear me?
because it ain't no way around.
All right, nah, that was some bullshit. Like, it was some bullshit. It was terrible. Like hearing it didn't, it didn't hit me. Like, I couldn't hear. I couldn't listen to it. Like, it just didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made like a pop gospel album.
Mm.
That, you know what I mean?
It's not
And
good
not only
album.
that, but not only that, but then he did a media run that I feel got cut short because they knew he was off his rocker. Like, something's just not right about him. My personal opinion, something hasn't been right about him since he lost his mom. I hope he gets whatever help he needs to get the balance back out, but he'll never be who he once was for us. You know what I mean? He is in that Kardashian camp, concentration camp, and it's over. Like, it's just a wrap.
Now
It's a wrap for him.
now it's crazy, Jers, because you feel me? When somebody drops a project like this, and you know the backlash of it, oh, it's a gospel album, and how does Kanye think he can uh bring forth a gospel album and stuff like that? Okay, this has been one of our most mainstream like spiritual rappers. Like, you know, he is the guy who made Jesus Walks. He does on, you know, the life of Pablo have these influxes of faith in his gospel like undertones in a lot of his tracks, like, you know what I mean? So all across, like, we've always understood that he had faith or whatever have you. So to hear him say now that he's turned into Christianity or whatever religion that he's really over there rocking, which I believe is the religion of Kanye. I'm just gonna keep this shit a fact. Like, to hear him say that and to do this project, you know what? It really bothers me. And I'm somebody who really is out there, like, you know, whatever moves the masses in the right direction, whatever, you know, thing that helps the community out. Because anytime that we up here reviewing music, we up here to point out, you know, niggas, lyricism, bars, production, all of that. But we really do like to point out the systemic that comes with it for the community. What does it do for the community? You know, how is this influencing the community? Now, if he would have came and dropped a great project, he might, you know, have been a couple heads out there that's doing the wrong thing, might have just been like, you know what? It might resonate with them, and they might, you know, start on a new path for themselves or whatever. But this shit right here ain't it. And I can't even begin to, like, to describe, like, you know, his career is finished. Let's just say that shit straight out loud. Like, Snoop Dogg making a reggae album. And we're like, what the fuck are you doing, Snoop? Like, you went over there, got high, and made a reggae album. It's like a more genuine feel to me than Kanye making this gospel album right about now.
For real, but see, the thing is like, the L thing about, like, the whole situation in the game is, he still has people that believe in him, though. Like, even though there's people like us, of our stature, in our community and culture, that are just like, nah, it's a no-go, Kanye. It's still people like, this is incredible. This is a great body of work. Thank you, Kanye. You're an awesome artist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he still has supporters. He still has a lot of supporters. And he's married to a woman with a lot of supporters. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like low key. He has the security blanket of the Kardashian effect.
It's like he has that security, but it's like, you know what? Fuck him.
Right. Exactly.
Like, fuck him. Because, like, you're not putting forth nothing. You're not putting nothing valid. You just want people in tune to you or whatever you have. You, like, you've got to this place, and, like, and even though you've made all these mistakes in your career as of recent, and, you know, people not fucking with you and stuff like that, you don't turn around and try to do this. Or, you know, I had a quick thought of, like, he did this for the people that still was fucking with him, you know what I mean, that he could just, like, hone in on them and make that a more solid issue or thing. But this is not how you do it. Now, Jersey.
Right.
You know, like, this album, you know, gonna get scrutinized for production value. as well.
As it should.
And I found myself in the credits because I wanted to see the work, right? And the fact that
Yeah.
like Timbaland really produced half of this album, it's like that shit is eating at me so much because this is how I know this is like an orchestrated attempt. Because like you're a producer, you found a faith, you're doing these things and that. This should be a one-on-one personalized, personal fucking album. And it just is not that. But I also want to highlight, Jersey, you ready for this?
What's up?
We about to hit them with our first edition of Sample Wars.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you know, this album is 11 tracks long. And on track 4, called Close on Sundays, Chick-fil-A, which like, yo, it's corny in itself. It's a beat breakdown. It goes a little something like this.
No more living for the culture, we nobody's slave. Stand up for my home. Even if I take this walk alone, I bow down to the king upon the throne. My life is his, I'm no longer my own. I pray to God that he'll strengthen my hand. They will think twice stepping onto my land.
Alright, so you hear the sample involved, right, Jerz?
Well, alright.
Alright. When I first heard this beat breakdown, you know, I'm a mainstream ass nigga. I immediately thought about this track right here.
Let's raid. I knew you were gonna come to me. Here you are, but you better choose carefully. I'm capable of anything, and everything.
There's already been controversy with it, so okay.
Alright, now the controversy that's come along with this particular album track, Juicy J and Katy Perry, Dark Horse, was that they got sued recently, last couple months, by an artist, a Christian rap artist named Flame, and Lecrae is on this project too. But I want everybody to hear this.
You know what it is? I love it. Let's talk about it. Your boy's been a Christian quite a few years. Victory in faith, but I failed in my fears.
Right.
Now, I want to ask you a question. Hearing all three bodies of work, how could, like, it's like a joke. Why would Kanye use a Christian rapper's track that is like in the mid, like just $20 million? Like, this ain't no joke. $20 million copyright infringement between Katy Perry and Juicy J, who produced that other track, mind you. How do you, like, why do you feel somebody would come in and like use this and try to manipulate it for their own thing? Because like nobody who knows otherwise or sit there and be like, oh, you know, it's a reference to Katy Perry. He had a Katy Perry track before in the past, and I think it's called Aliens or some shit like that. And
yeah, like, you know, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Like, I didn't mean to cut you off. Like, in my opinion, though, it's like it's just all about familiar, like just being familiar. You know what I mean? It's a sound. You know what I mean? It's just like when new rappers come out. There's those that identify with their own sound and show that they have their own, and then you have those that imitate what's already out. They try to go with the wave, you know what I'm saying? So, particularly Christian rap, and with Kanye and him trying to make this whole transition into this Christian pop artist, like he went to a familiar place. You know what I mean? Went to a familiar sound that people react to.
Yeah, you're right about that because throughout the album he has. This is how narcissistic this project is, or maybe it's like he's trying to show like a play on past. Like he has elements of his old tracks off, the Life of Pablo. He has like a Mercy sample in here with him and Pusha T and 2 Chainz and like it's like all of this like well thought out thing. Like, but what are you trying to highlight by using that? Like, are you trying to draw attention to the song? Are you just like, it's like really just contrived. Like, fuck him. Like I said, it's just really crazy. But I want everybody to know, like, you think these artists is out here really putting in this work and doing all of this stuff, and they're just like rehashing things they have done before, and it's like it ain't even right. Not from him. Now it's crazy that we bring up the topic like that because 38 Speech just put out the project in 1994.
Right? Yeah. This album sounds like if you can be honest, like it just sounds like a mix. Almost sounds like a mixtape. A mixtape to a mixtape to New York, so it's just a golden era in New York. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I personally didn't like it for certain reasons, and I feel like it shouldn't. I don't think it should have happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it executed a lot better. You know what I'm saying? As far as for what they went at, because I mean they really touched a lot of classic songs. So it's like, please, by all means, don't be half-assed on classic songs.
It's really. I've never seen such a strong concept like this, and like the statement that could be made behind like the golden era versus now. Dropped the ball on the execution. I was very disappointed by this coming from 38, and it's crazy to say because when I first heard about this project, Jersey, on some real shit, right? I'm really thinking something like I'm thinking real literal. I'm like, damn, he's taking the straight instrumentals from 1994, all these tracks, and he's going crazy on them, and that didn't happen. He tried to be like he tried to freshen up some of these beats, just take the hottest parts from it and drop it. It didn't go about the right way. Some of the people that did the, feature work on there and stuff like that, they really shouldn't have been put in this type of spotlight on a project like this. I think this is another one of those instances where it should just been like, a real like 38 Speech is not even on some of these tracks, which I found like so weird, like crazy. I found so weird. I was just like, damn, like, okay, well, you got the heavy hitters on there, you got Shay Noir, you got the whole Trust gang over there, whatever have you on here, El Camino, a couple other artists and stuff like that, but the concept, and I don't even like to. I don't like to speak bad about 38 because I fuck with him. You feel me?
Same here. It's really hard to say it. You know what I mean? But we, you know what I mean? But we you know what I mean? I think about it too. Like sometimes with some of his work that he puts out, it just. I think it sounds redundant. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? And it's just like. I really want him to work on, I hope he takes it into consideration and, tightens up on the flows, and develops more flows,
Right.
And I know some artists like to stick to a sound and want to have a certain sound to come off a certain way, but you still gotta have a range, you can't just have, you gotta be able to move and maneuver, have a vast range, so. This is what
I be talking about with the underground artists and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Some of them need A&R work. Some of them need direction and stuff like that. Because like a concept like this, even if he did what the fuck I said did, because like all these samples gotta get cleared and shit. It take the whole fucking song and just go in there and go ham and treat this like it's 1994 with your flow. because flow is totally different from 94 till now. And you treat it just like that, but you bring it up to date with content. This shit could have like knocked it all the way out the park. And you know,
Right.
it just
could've been a
didn't it just
banger.
didn't fucking happen here.
Yeah, it could have been a banger. So you know what I mean.
Not Jersey. So it's like, you know, this is a real cross reference episode for us. Now you had hit me up and you sent me a track off of Daylight's new album Heroes.
Yeah.
And like normally you send me a track, I get into it right away and stuff like that. I happen to have been busy as a bitch like that day, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna check it out later. Hey yo, I don't know who's heard Hero. If you haven't, you have to hear it. This album is crazy. We don't really deem too much shit crazy around here. Like, this album is nuts. Like, explain to the people, Jersey, because I'm like, man, all the albums.
Like, you know, like y'all, there's been a point in time, and everybody, like, we y'all have heard music that, what is this, like, what is the album? What is the album? I'm trying to really find the album that really threw everybody, or I can't even name the album. But it's so refreshing. Like, I know that you've heard a lot of things, but you haven't heard this. Like,
No.
this is just, oh man. Like, and like from the jump, the intro is nuts to me, because like they're flowing on it, and okay, they're rapping, the beat's going insane, you know what I mean? Snares going insane or whatever, but it's like the bass line was coming in all crazy. Like, it's just the production, the bars.
Production.
Yeah, it's a complete, it's a really that it's that good. It's that good. Like, I can't really say nothing else. You know what I mean? I can't describe it. Like,
It's really album of the year contender. Like, and it's not gonna get mentioned by nobody like who you know try to say they do me like this is this like a sleeper album, like, and it's just so crazy. The production value on this, that's why I said like I have to let the people hear a couple things real quick.
This is the champion sound.
Yeah, I've been on the grind for a long time. Now I'm lit, got my own shot. Lil' mama thick, looking so fine. I don't even want her, but your whole mind. Dog, you must be out your whole mind. Enemies bow, too many styles, clothesline. We got arms, too many clips, too many whips. Whole squad looking like Voltron. No Brooklyn, no Brooklyn, no Brooklyn, no Brooklyn. Sicker than your average. Vegetable a hater for their cabbage by any means. Say a prayer for my enemies. Amen. Burn woods like a chimney. Roll my weed, smoke my weed. Put it in the air like potpourri. Gotta keep the money close to me like it's supposed to be. Grade A, but I'm close to G. You know.
All right, so you see the different elements. You see that that it could be like a crazy album production wise. Just off of the first track, Brown Paper Bag. That second track though, too big, merging the East and the West Coast on the beats, like on a production level, is crazy as hell, because if 38 wasn't gonna just straight out use the raw beats from 94, he should have put some thought into this type of shit, like this production value on that
right,
1994.
Right. Shout out to she burned down what he did, like, you know what I mean? Like, nice. Like, his production is nice. Too big. Like, there's a lot of songs where he showcased, like, he just showcased, like, production, being a monster. The intro to Amen, like, It's the first, like, the little snippet that like, it's almost like, I want to say, like, EDM type, house type drum, techno type drum, and then it goes into a dope song. Big Bad Wolf. Oh, God, like, yeah, I mean, like, like, this album from top to bottom. I listen.
Yes, it is. In the
Swerve,
word Swerve, like, dog, like, yo, like, Swerve is so fire, and like, they keep this reoccurring thing that you get from the intro. That's why the intro is so crazy, because it's elements of this thing. They are sticking to the script, like everything. Man, it's one of these tracks, like, this guy, he goes through every hero imaginable, and he makes that shit relatable to what, like, your everyday life is. And it's like, it's like just shit you do every day, and like, he's comparing this shit to heroes all the way down the board. It's like this, is this piece in there where, you know, they be like, skr, and it goes throughout the whole album, and, you know, shouting out, you know, I'm a motherfucking hero in mad different ways, like, throughout the whole album. This shit is just too fucking sick. I haven't really heard a project that made me feel like this in a while. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, you know, certain things, like, this is like, you know, this is the lyricist lane. You feel me? And I always say, you know, that underground, that lyricist lane or whatever, it don't really have that whole thing I be looking for. But it ain't Too Big might be the most partiest track on here. Like, you might sneak that shit in somewhere. But the whole vibe, of the album just is like knocking.
That shit be crack, yo. That, when I heard that shit, that's why I launched it to you, because you was asking for a party track. You been saying so much about a party track. You wanted a party track to hear a party track, and that is like a part. That is such a party track to me. That was a vibe.
Girl, like, the whole album is a vibe. That's why I'm like, the whole album is really a vibe. That's why I like to just say, like, oh, this is a party track off of that, and this is the real lyrical part of this album, and this is the, you know, dissect it, like how sometimes we sit around and do with discredit this project. This shit in its entirety is a whole fucking vibe, top to bottom.
Yeah,
it's very hard. It's very hard to produce bodies of work like what Daylight and Ichiban did on this Heroes album. It's very hard. Like,
yeah, it's in my it's
and I fuck with it. It's hard. Like,
yeah, it's in my top 5. Definitely in my top 5.
Man, listen, when we get around to, you know what I mean, album of the year, like, just know that this is on both of our joints, and we gonna hit you with some surprise with the other shit. But this, like, yo, everybody must listen to this album. I don't give a fuck.
Please. Shout out to Daylight. Shout out to Ichiban.
I'm impressed by Daylight. Like, yo, like, you know, when we talk about battle rap and stuff like that, and if you're not really familiar with his work in battle rap, you've heard of his antics, and you know his antics involved, and to see something like so thought out, put together, and just like breezing through this album, dog. It's just like, it's too much. Like, this is one of those things, like, the shit is so heavy, but it's in such layman's terms at the same time. Like, yo, you cannot not enjoy this. Like, from the minute you hear it, you're not gonna turn it off. And after you play it, you probably play it in its entirety if you want to get into a certain vibe. Like, that shit is just sick.
Like, yeah, I think that's what sealed the deal for me, for real. I was playing the album and it cut off and it stopped. Like, nothing else played behind it. And I looked at my phone. I first played it again and put it on repeat. Mm-hmm. Like, if I could, that's the one thing that has made my criteria for my top 10 albums. Like, my top 5 albums. My top 5 albums, I can play in its entirety from top to bottom in a row. Like, in its entirety, in the order that it came, and play it in a row.
Fact.
And not skip the song ever once. And my top 5 albums, I know I've done that.
I'm in there. You know, I'm giving some space. There's a couple things, you know what I mean, supposed to be dropping. I'm gonna see what's good with them. But this shit right here, like, yo, this is a strong one. Like, if I could give my own Grammy to a nigga, like, that shit already be on his doorstep for, like, I don't know. Cause the minute you hear it, it's like, even listening to it, I had lied to you. I was like, yeah, this one I'm gonna play 3 times in a row. Like, I couldn't do it. I wanted to see what was happening next. Like, it was like really it was this real thing of like, damn, like that shit was crazy, and this other shit is coming in mad strong. Like, what's the next track gonna be? What's the next track gonna be? And when you listen to it the first time, and like you said, when it's over, you gotta go back and listen to what the fuck you just heard. And it's just like,
you can't go. You gotta go from top to bottom. You can't be like, okay, well, I'm going straight to this. Nah, you go back from the top because every song, every song is fire.
This is a great.
So shout out to that. Yeah, I love that.
Yes. Also to an album that dropped. A lot of people have been talking about, even though everybody was like looking for it. I don't know. Was Griselda Ghosts with Westside Gunn and Kanye. That's their dual project produced by Ghost Unlimited. The whole project. And you know, I mean, it was alright. It was alright. They had a couple tracks on there that was standouts, but you know, they're giving you exactly what you need. Just make it. You know what? I want to treat this project like it's a rollout, like it's one of these rollout projects, like the end rollout, because I do got this theory in hip hop where like rollouts now become before and afters, because we live in this social media era, this internet era, this microwave era in hip hop, where a rollout that you might not have it before, that you're gonna do it after, because you might not pick the single, you don't want to pick the wrong one, you let everybody do it, and then you keep it rolling out after. I think this is really like the bridge album between Conway's Look What I've Become, going into Hitler Wears Hermes 7. So
that's exactly what it is. Yeah,
it's that little space. So like, Conway, it dropped not too long ago. You feel me? But it's just enough time. We got this. We got a project for Benny in there just to let you know niggas is on the board. But this is that Bridgeway album going into Hitler Wears Hermes 7. And like, it was alright. It's okay, like, for what it's worth. They always doing their thing. They always bring big production and lyrics. Like it's not a born project or anything, but it's like a mixtape from these two niggas. That's what you really want to say. Like, it's more like a mixtape coming from this and trying to get us into Hitler Wears Hermes 7. Now, like, this is one of the upcoming albums coming out this week with a couple other projects I'm about to mention. How you, like, what's your expectation level for Hitler Wears Hermes 7?
Shout out to the homie, you know what I mean? I think it's gonna be good. He's been having a little media push. I've seen him. He did a card test with him and Conway did the card test with Elliot Wilson, you know what I mean, on Tidal. So you know what I mean, go subscribe, check that out. You know what I mean, give that a little look. But I got some expectations for this, because you know what I'm saying. Benny grabbed the baton. He did what he was supposed to do and held it down. Mm-hmm. Conway came with his, so I know it's about to be, you know what I mean, Conway and what, you know what I mean, they like to go back and forth. They do the ping pong thing when they do their run. So I expect some shit. I expect some shit, bottom line.
This is second project coming from Kanye, this is second project coming from Westside Gunn this year, because he had dropped, Fly God is an awesome God too, which
you know what I'm saying,
has some heat on
but it's that cold weather, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, bundle up, niggas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, alright, like, this had some gems on it, like, it had a few gems on here, so I didn't think it was a waste. Just like you said, it was like a mixtape, and it was a warm-up. I feel like it's a warm, you know what I mean? It's him getting ready to catch that baton and do the flash, you know what I mean? And carry niggas into maybe like spring, like, you know what I mean, the end of winter, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then them boys gonna pick it back up, and hopefully they gonna do a whole tour with all three of them.
Yes.
All three of them make a tour, and you know what I mean, be able to do a run, because they don't have enough material by then. They signed the Rock Nation, Live Nation. Like, let's go. I see it in the stars. You know what I mean? I just hope nobody gets shot. But,
anything could go at this, man. Listen, it's anything could go at these concerts.
Their show will be a gangster party for real. I don't give a fuck.
Man, nigga, if they do drop some shit like that, we definitely be in the building. Like, one East Coast, one West Coast. Maybe we meet in the middle, nigga. We don't know. You feel me?
Yeah,
so that is what it is.
But yeah, shout out. You know what I mean? Shout out to them, like, that's anticipated. You know, that's highly anticipated this week. So,
yes. Also,
Oh,
RJ Payne is dropping a project, Murder Face, that comes out. I actually think it
yeah.
comes out today. It should be out, the 30th. So I really like this cat. I'm intrigued by this cat. Like I tried to do some research on it, right? And the shit
Yeah.
said, the Brooklyn bred, Philly raised, and I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? You feel me? Like, what?
Yeah. What the hell is this?
What's going on with that? But whenever he's on like tracks and stuff like that, and he definitely has been around this year. He's been on a couple of tracks. He was on the track with the Flea Lord and 38 off the Flea Lord 38 project that was out with Graph was on the track. The shit was hard.
Yeah.
Couple of a couple of tracks he been around. So I'm excited to see this project coming from him and shit. So that should be just a little good listen. You feel me? If anything blows niggas away, we definitely will come back and let you know what's good with it. Um, hey yo, on the low, right? Stolly is coming out with a project. Now, I don't know if anybody's really remember like Stolly because like he came in the MMG with like he might have been there a little bit before Meek and Wale, and then when Meek and Wale came to MMG, like he really took the back burner. Like for real though, like the same thing that happened with Gunplay, even though Gunplay is a little bit more out there. Stolly really took the back burner. Now that you know MMG got a little space, I guess he's coming out with this project. I'm really excited to hear Reflection of Self, the head trip from Stolly. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? I want to make sure Jersey you listen to it. You feel me one time for me because like Stolly's one of these artists that like I used to really fuck with, and then it was like he got shelved. Like he just got totally put on the back burner. So to see him come out with a new project, I'm excited about that. I gotta see what he's been up to all this time. Um, Another project coming out is the Gangstar project. Is coming out, one of the best yet. And I hope they don't have this project like a mix of like you know new niggas and old niggas. I hope they release a whole true and maybe have like two to three tracks with maybe somebody else on there. I hope this don't be like one of these merge albums. Like I wasn't feeling the shit with J. Cole. Like I wasn't feeling the single with J. Cole or whatever have you. But we gonna see what's good with that. This is an album that's already out though. We gotta make sure we check out Harriet by Il Camille. And she's there with Demonte Nikolsky. I hope I pronounced their name right or whatever. But I'm really curious to hear this Il Camille project and shit. Like this might be my next listen in on some hot shit. I'm really excited to hear work from her. It's been like this, you know, real resurgence of female rappers, and like the real spitters are starting to be highlighted and come out and emerging because the mainstream ones, like you know, they out there stuff, but you know, niggas be wanting something more than that. So I'm really excited to see. We got a couple like that's just this week. You know what I mean? A couple other joints dropped before the year end. That's why you know. A project like Daylight's Heroes come out and it'll fuck your whole top 5 up. So it's always space for somebody to wow you. Like new nigga, old niggas alike and shit. Damn, Jersey, we really been up here a little while. You hear me? Like.
Yeah, it's all good, but we had to get a lot in. We fit it in. We getting better, you know what I mean? But we just so much to be talking about because it all be happening. Not to mention, and wrap up, so a lot of people trying to sneak in and, you know what I mean? They got the same ideas, but, you know what I mean? It's all good. It's just busy. It's a busy end of the year right now.
Yeah, it is. So make sure you ride with us out into 2020 and there for after. Because we definitely gonna be kicking until you bringing you everything that you expect from us. Hottest fucking music reviews, livest events coverage. You feel me? Battle rap.
Everything. So make sure you know you use the hashtag LSD. You know what I'm saying? Keep tuning in, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Give us the follows, add to the you know what I'm saying? And Also at L_S_C_D_. Don't forget that underscore. And you keep up with us, chop it up with us. You see when we talk about music, battle rap all through the week. Interact. Let us know how you feel.
That's a fact. Make sure you follow Jersey at Jersey Dub 420 Chef. Hit us up on the timeline. Use the hashtag. You feel me? Put us up on something or let us know what we put you up on. You feel me? That's how this community works over here. So, until next time, we be seeing you guys around.
All right, y'all. Keep it 100.